What
Hello.
How are you?
Good. I've never joined anybody's live before, so I was confused at first. Okay, this lighting is not it.
I know. I'm just chilling in my garage. This is how I
Is
do.
it hot?
It's humid. It's about to rain. Well, hopefully. Let's see.
You're in a long sleeve?
I am, because it was a little cooler this morning, but
Beauty is pain. Fashion. You gotta do it. This lighting is not it.
there you go. Boom.
Hi, Shane. Hi, Felicia. Bonjour. Amelia, hello.
How you doing?
Good.
Yeah.
Chilling. Yes, the black and red theme. You wore the right shirt.
Yeah. Just gonna wait.
Okay, I'm cracking my back. I slept hella weird. And yes, I woke up like an hour ago. Don't judge me. I'm on quarantine time.
Yeah, that's fine. Whatever.
It's a lot better than before. I was going to sleep at like 9 a.m. at one point and then just sleeping while the sun was out. So I fixed it. I was really good last week. I was waking up at 9 a.m. and now today I woke up at 1. I don't know what happened.
It's fine. It happens. Whatever. Ain't judging nobody.
It's fine. Whatever.
I mean, if Brandon's working overnights, then
Yeah. He works now from... What time did he start?
Goose.
He works to hi, Goose. He works from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. now.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah.
So it's fine. You have the schedule, so
that's his schedule before all this anyway. So he was like, "That's perfect." Nice.
Nice.
Goose.
All right, you ready?
Hi, Spidey. Yeah.
All right, let's do this. All right. So this is the third Sickled podcast / interview. We have Tam Rapp. She's a monster.
Oh my gosh, no. That's hella funny.
You may have seen her dancing with artists like Sierra Robin Thicke, LMFAO, Becky G, Daddy Yankee. She's the headliner and judge for World of Dance. You may have seen her on America's Best Dance Crew Season 7 with 8 Flavors and Season 8 with I Am Me. So yeah, we're just going to warm you up and give you some...
All right, I got to stretch out.
Yeah, we're going to give you some lightning round questions.
Okay. Oh, no. Okay. I'm going to try my best not to swear because I usually don't have a filter on. Let me try to...
That's fine. Okay. So we're gonna start off nice and easy. Favorite food?
Oh, and that's already hard. I like too much food. Korean barbecue.
Korean barbecue. What from Korean barbecue?
Everything.
Okay.
Also, any Hawaiian food. I like sushi. It's too hard. I guess I could say rice because that goes with everything I like. Every favorite food I like.
Spoken like a true islander. Favorite movie?
I really like Coraline. Nightmare for Christmas, and I really like Sucker Punch. And I know people hate that movie, but it's one of my favorite movies.
It wasn't as bad as I thought people.
But people hate that movie, and I love it. It's so good.
Okay. Favorite artist to perform with?
That I have performed with, or wish to? That I have.
Oh, let's do both.
Okay. Okay. Probably Red Food LMFAO, just because it's a freaking party. On stage, it really is. If it's so much is going on. There is alcohol involved. There's lots of fun props. We get to spray champagne on the audience. It's just a crazy show. And then on top of that, he would always take us to do really cool things. Like in Thailand, we got to like play with elephants, and like we got just like lots of cool stuff. Like wherever we went, he would always make sure that we like had a really good time. So he would be my favorite one.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Who's a better popper? Brandon Ron, aka Silk, or Phoenix?
Oh shit! Oh my god. Well, Brandon doesn't really dance anymore.
Oh.
Not really. But he's a great popper, but Phoenix will smoke him in anything tutting.
I just thought that was a funny question.
That's so funny.
All right, first thing you do when you're home.
Home in Hawaii.
Yes.
Get poke from Tomorrow's.
Tomorrow's.
That's literally as soon as I can. I want to do that.
Okay.
Oh, I should have said like hug my parents. Dang, now I look like an asshole.
No, it's fine. All right. So that's a good warm up. That was a good warm up.
Okay, good.
Try for poke. You got to try red fish.
Oh, I've had red fish. I do like it, but
yeah.
Tomorrow's is my oof.
Ooh. Okay. So for those who don't really know your history, how did you start? What did you do before dance, and then how did you get into dance?
Okay, so, well, the first thing I ever did dance related was hula, because my mom, as when you're a kid in Hawaii, you do hula at some point, like it's just what you do. And my mom started me and T off with that, but we're not very good. And then so we kind of stopped, but we kept doing shows. I don't know why they kept us. We were so bad. And then at the time, my dad's gymnastics company was right connected with the old 24/7. They were literally in the same building. Mm-hmm. And so my older sister Tasha would take like classes there because she was with Castle Dance Force at the time, which I don't think it was called that. I think it was just Castle Dance, and Marcella was doing both. And so we would go see those shows, and then Alicia, like all the Bella Baileys were taking gymnastics, and even like Preston, like they were all taking gymnastics classes, and we would watch them. And I was like, and from our team room, this is a long story. From our team room, we could see the window into the dance studio, and me and T would like cut gym and like run up and just watch you guys just take class. Like I would watch Brent's class and just be like, oh my gosh, like I want to do that. Like, like we would just watch them, and eventually like we would beg our mom, like, please. And we were like, what, like 5 or 6 at the time?
Yeah.
We would just like beg my parents, like, please. And my dad was like, I don't know, like they're going to like it too much. And then, and it's true. And we took class. I think our first class was it was Tammy. Tammy, yeah.
Shout out Tammy.
Yeah, shout out Tammy.
I remember you and T. Shout out to T as well.
Who's that?
I remember you guys running around like doing like crazy exercises, like crawling up the rope, like upside down, and it's like, who the heck are these two girls? Like Tasha's like, my sisters. I was like, yeah, I can tell. It's like,
yeah, man, we were just little Spartan babies, dude. I was hella buff at 5 years old. That's so weird.
The both of you were. It's
yeah.
Great. Okay, so then when did you jump into classes?
I want to say I was like 5, and Tammy was our first jazz teacher, and then it turned into Mark Honeymoor, and you at one point, like, you taught some little kid classes, but that was like so long ago. But yeah, we were like 5. We did Going Bananas. That was our first number.
That was amazing. I still have that on tape somewhere.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. We were in like booty shorts. Like, oh my gosh, those outfits are not inappropriate.
That's the had big, like you guys had bananas on your head too, right? Like the
Yeah,
hat.
bananas and like bathing suit tops, so like little tube tops with no boobs, so
Yeah.
they would just like fall down. It was so much going on.
Well, it'd be kind of awkward if you're at 5 and you had like this.
Oh, that's so funny.
Okay, so how was it for you coming up in the Hoi dance community? Like,
Well, it was obviously really, really dope because I loved gymnastics, but then as I grew older, my love for dance started growing. And so like that community, the whole dance community, like 24/7, just like took me in. Marcelo took me in and was like, hey, I know you want to be here. Like, you can always stay late. And so then I started like sneaking slowly out of the gymnastics community and going into the dance community. And it was so easy. Everybody was so loving. I had so many like role models and mentors from 24/7 alumni, and even like Hyper Squad alumni, like people that I didn't even get to dance with, but I still looked up to. Like, that was so cool. Like, even like with you and Larry, like I remember watching you guys dance and I was like, dang, like they're so cool. And Josh Ulip, like, you know, watching all those people, and Jasmine, like there's so many dancers that came from the islands that's like, what the heck? Like, so much talent that was so easily accessible. You know, we could go watch them, or we could take class from them or class with them. And that was just a really cool thing.
yeah, for sure. It was. I think kind of had that conversation with Brandy too, and she was saying kind of the same thing. Like, she got to see like 24/7 example. Like, we had people like Ryan and Mahi, like,
oh my gosh,
people who I looked up to, and then, you know, you guys jumping in. Like, we didn't even really have like a kids company yet, and all of a sudden we had all these kids, and we're like, okay, what do we do with them? All right.
Yeah, but that was what was really cool, is that we had so many people to learn from. Like, I feel like we progressed so fast because we had just amazing teachers, like so many people to look up to, you know, Ryan, JJ, Nikki, Janelle, Press, like everybody that was even taking classes from were freaking amazing. Like, it's just so cool that we got to experience that.
Yeah, for sure. Did you do any? You did a few competitions, right, with 24/7?
Yeah. The jump, we did jump. What was it? And we did urban jam.
Oh snap! You did do Urban Jam.
Yeah. We did. What did we do? Oh, we did the Orient Express one, and me and T did reflections, and we were like mirrors. Oh my gosh! I remember she would get like, we would be fighting, and we had to do this thing where we'd like grab hands. We would like squeeze each other so hard, but we have to be doing like this really sweet lyrical thing. Marcelo would be like, oh my god.
Oh, that's great. So you would say you and T are very competitive against each other?
Oh yeah, not so much anymore, but back then, I mean, we would pretend we weren't. I think that is the reason why, though, we became so different, is because we were always I mean, that's normal with twins. Like, we do everything together. So I think the reason our styles became so different is because we were like, you know what? Like, you do your thing, I'm gonna do my thing. Like, that's why I got into like more hip hop and like breaking and like just like more stuff like that. And she fell in love with more like contemporary lyrical jazz. And then we both dabble in both sides, but we clearly have our own like likes and
right. Yeah, you both are definitely dope in both.
Cool things. I don't know. T's really good at everything. That girl can do everything. You could be like, do a point. She'd be like, okay. Like, I don't know, crump. She can do it. Me, however, if you have me doing a whole turn sequence, I'm gonna get cut.
Nah, I remember. I mean, yeah, both of you can do like everything, and it's kind of ridiculous, but it's so nice. It definitely shows like your training, and like that competitiveness is good. That, you know, like that fire, like it just
Yeah.
fire for the both of you.
Yeah.
Do you have any horror or hilarious stories
Oh no. Yes. Go
of
on.
backstage stories of like performing with 24/7?
Oh, okay. Oh. Oh my gosh. Well, I don't have the best memory, but I can remember some stuff. I mean, obviously there was like stuff like losing costumes and stuff. Okay, I have a really good one. It involves Sasha. We were quite young at the time, and they had like, I don't remember whose number it was, but they had to wear these it was like a Christmassy number, and they had like peppermint, and they had like peppermint canes, like candy canes, but like they would dance with them. And we were like really little, and we had grabbed the props, like some, like they were preset obviously, and we were like standing in front of, or maybe even playing with, I can't really remember. And she was like, where's my candy cane? Like just yelling, just yelling, just yelling. And we were like not obviously paying attention. And she like looked at us, and we just got like, oh my gosh, we got, and she just grabbed it, and she was like, I have to go on stage. And I just remembering, oh my God, like, oh, I can't believe like we ruined her moment. I felt so bad for so long. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, what was I thinking? Like, I just remember feeling so stupid. Oh, I have another one. Oh my gosh. Okay, this was during Natalie's ballet number. It was like the, what concert was that? Muse, where we did the paintings.
Okay, yeah.
Right? And so she had a ballet bar that was getting striked. And so I was in the number. I had to go change and then run back on. And so this ballet bar was coming off stage, and I went through, I'm supposed to go through the other wing, but I didn't have time because of my costume change. And I ran and literally get clotheslined by the metal ballet bar. And luckily, lights were still blacked out, but I get hit so hard. And then I was like, and I like had to like crawl back off stage. I was like, screw my cue, I'm out here. I was like, everybody came rushing to me. They're like, oh, like, are you okay? Are you okay? And I was like, oh shit. Like, I was like, I'm fine. I probably have a concussion. It's fine. I gotta go on. And like, I just ran on. But that one was pretty bad.
Yeah, mind you, those ballet bars were like big old pipes. Like,
yeah, just metal pipes. That's what it was. It was a metal pipe. Oh, I mean, I think my mom was on side stage too, like helping people. Will I? He said that's why your memory sucks. Yeah, that and falling on my head 3 million times in gymnastics.
yeah.
But I remember my mom was on the side doing quick changes, like helping other people with them. And she just saw me. She goes, oh, you okay? I was like, yeah, sure. Get up. I was like, okay. Like, had to, like, it was like so quick. She was like, you good? I was like, yeah. She was like, okay, you gotta go. I was like, okay. I was just like on the verge of tears.
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah.
Got a number to do.
I love that.
That's amazing. Okay, what about in the professional world?
Okay, which one do I want to tell? I have one in particular. Oh, well, I have a few. See, so the Party Rock shows, the LMFAO shows, they get a little crazy because alcohol is involved. So all the other shows that I've done, like, they go pretty smooth because like it's well rehearsed. You just do the show start to finish, boom. But that show, kind of, you have to be super adaptable. Sometimes he goes with the vibe of the music. They're like, oh, he's feeling this track, so he'll just switch the order, and we're like, okay, new song, new, like, let's go. Like, we're supposed to like sometimes wear a different costume. Nope, we're just doing the number. You know, so that's kind of how you have to be on those types of shows. And so we're like, okay, cool. But like he does this one song where, and I think we were in Lithuania. Anyways, we had this like big stage, and it was like not a professional stage. It was like kind of like it wasn't like a theater. I mean, it was great because we could dance on it and stuff. But then he goes, okay, like some people come up from the audience. But usually there's like bouncers, like people and a fence, right? This is just people up to the thing. And we already were like,
Dang.
That's weird. That's never a thing. Usually there's like safety precautions. No. So he says, can I get a few people up on the stage? So everybody and their moms then hops up onto this stage. As they're doing it, can't see him, can't see us. We're like just in this crowd of tons of people that jump on the stage, and the stage is doing this.
Oh.
And we're like, oh, and I was like, I'm going up. I'm getting out of here. Like, there's no way, man. And so we get off. The stage is already like breaking. They have to stop the show. They get like all the security then pop out of nowhere. There's like tons of them. Guys getting on stage. They have to like push people like, get back in the audience. Da, da, da. And then they do the gap. They build the gap. And then they're like, continue with the show. But it was just so like crazy. We thought we were like gonna get trampled, like people on stage. Like, it was wild. I had for that show I wear like Snapchat. What are they called? Snapchats? What? Spectacles? Something. The ones where they can record, right? He got us those for the show. And I would always record, and I got them stolen on that show, and I was so mad. I was like, no, because like I could like dance with them and see everybody. It was fun, but now they're gone.
But seriously, where was security? Like, were they just on break and just be like?
I don't know. I mean, they were drinking.
Oh, they're like,
they were enjoying the show.
Gotta sober up real quick.
And they were like, oh. Yeah, it was just a weird show because it was just like, usually like he does like festivals, but that one was just like a show like in like a random place. Like, it was just us.
That's okay. That's interesting, but
it was cool. But it was so much fun. Still. Yeah.
Yeah. Felicia Shane says, I'd be out. Yeah, I'd be out too. I'd be like, no.
Yeah, we were like, oh, like, what do we do? And we were trying to escort people, but I'm like 5 feet. Like, I'm like yelling at people in English, which they don't speak. So it's like, there's no point. I was like, I just need to get off the stage.
Red, you need to get off.
I was like, there's no point. And then people were like hugging Fu, so I was just trying to like stand in front of him, like with my hands out, like, nobody touch him.
It's amazing.
We became bodyguards, which like doesn't make sense because me and the other dancer are like the same height.
How many dancers?
Q. Q's in here. Hey, what's up?
How many dancers were with you?
At that time it was only 3 of us. Yeah, just 3 dancers.
That makes it even better.
Yeah, 3 dancers and a drummer. And he's a really good bodyguard though. Shout out Donnie, but he could always like really protect Fu. Whereas me, I try my best, but you got 50 male giants coming at you, you know.
Yeah, for sure. That's dope.
It was dope. It was fun.
I don't think I've ever been on a stage that flexed like that or had that many people on it. I've definitely been on stages that like shifted because they weren't anchored down properly. And
That's scary.
We're not talking about like 1 million people. We're just talking about like, maybe 20 of us.
That's so scary though.
Yeah, it was scary, but kind of hilarious because it's always to see who's gonna fall or who's.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, I just remembered. Again, here I go. I talk a lot. I remember this other time, right before a show, I had to run up and give the shufflebot head. Like, I have to put it there, and I forgot, of course. So I'm like running super late. It's already blacked out before the show starts. I put the shufflebot head on, and I'm wearing these like light up shoes. So I have to run up the stairs. I put it on, and then I come to go down, and I fall. And they have it on video, but it's black out, so all you see is my light up shoes fall down the stairs like this. I like duk 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 duk, and I get back up, and the sound guy was like, "Are you good?" I was like, "I'm good." Like, and the show goes duk 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 duk, and it starts right away. I have to just like, and I was like, it was so crazy. Okay, That one was bad too. But nobody saw it. That was the good thing because it was still blacked out. But the little camera, you can see just my shoes.
That's amazing. Amazing. I love when things are on camera because then it's not just you laughing at it. That way everyone can see.
Yeah.
Can laugh with you. Like,
Yeah.
if I'm gonna fall and do something dumb,
It better be on camera.
I want everyone to enjoy it.
Hell yeah.
It's funny. All right. Larry thought of this amazing question. What is your worst and best memory of either your dance studio director or crew director, I guess?
Okay. Ooh. Worst and best memory. Wow. Okay. Oh, there's a lot of Marcelo. Because Marcelo basically became, like, he was like my second dad because I spent so much time at the studio and I wanted to, and he really believed in me. So there's been I think a really good memory of him was that there was a day that I think it was like me, Mark, maybe Brandy. There was like just a few people. Maybe Kanoe was there too. I can't really remember. But I remember him specifically, and he was just throwing different. And this was like well after class has been over. It might have been like 10 or 11 at night. And he started throwing different props, and he'd be like, freestyle. And so then we were just like, okay, let's freestyle with this umbrella. And then he'd be like, okay, here's this long fabric. Now freestyle with one other person. And we would just like get into it. And then after that, it started becoming like, oh, I think, okay, Spencer was there. I remember this now. And Will Dye was there. And it started off really serious, and it was amazing, and we were like really getting into it, and then it turned into this like really funny thing, and he'd like use this, and we would play different songs, and like people were like undressing and putting costumes on, and we would come out, and he was just dying, and he was just like kind of like directing the whole thing, and it just turned into just a crazy moment, and it was just a really, really fun day for me, you know? Yeah, it was so much fun. Okay, a moment, a different moment with Hello. Okay, so it was my first Miss Hawaii, and I just remember I was the youngest. Like, Kayla, her had already done it 1 year before, you know? So I think, like, she was the youngest last time, so she kind of got all, like, the hard, like, hey, you need to get into it, right? So that already happened. And then now this year, was the youngest. And I feel like I was doing everything wrong. Marcella was like, Tam, you're late. Tam, get on your counts. Why can't you do it the opposite? Like, I was just like, everything was like, Tam. And I remember just really trying to be tough. Like, I was like, I got this. And I would go in the car and just, like, I would like cry. Because I don't like to cry in front of people. And I was never going to show Marcella that I was like, you know.
Yeah.
But I was like, he's so mean to me. Like, he's never this mean to me. And like, but he was just really being hard on me because I was working with like all the adults, like really dope. Like Kelsey was in it, like was choreographing it. Even like Preston was like, there's just so many amazing people. And I was this kid that finally got into Miss Hawaii, you know, and I was just like not holding my own yet. And so it was good that he pushed me like that, but I just remember being like, Mom, I suck.
How old are you?
I don't remember. 14? I don't remember. 15? 6? I don't know.
Was that before or after you started performing with the UH Rainbow Dancers?
After. Because I feel like we started UH pretty young.
Like young or elementary young?
Before, I want to say intermediate.
Intermediate.
Yeah.
No, you were 12 or 13.
Oh, really? See, they would figure it out before I would. Oh, wow. Okay. So
okay.
There you go.
All right. How was your
Felicia.
Thanks, Felicia. How was your experience with UH Rainbow Dancers? How was that?
UH was really cool. I mean, the dance style for me wasn't the vibe because it felt so like cheerleader-y girly. And I was like not into my womanhood yet, so I didn't really like know how to like be cute. So I was very gymnast, like, you know, but it was really cool to like get all the clout from all the tumbling.
Yeah.
Like I would like do tumbling passes all the way down the field, which now, girl, there'd be no way. But I could do it, and like the whole time Marcel would be like, do a pass. I'd be like, yes, boss. Do a pass, and like the crowd would go wild, and so I got to feel like kind of like how a battle feels now, you know, like where you do something tight and people are like, oh! And that was like that first moment where I was like, damn, like the crowd roars for you, you know, and you're like, oh, that's sick. So then I kept doing it, you know. So that was really cool to experience. And then as I got older, I went to Honolulu High School, so I was homeschooled forever. And then finally I got to go to Honolulu High School. And when we got there, people were like, oh, aren't you the twins that dance with the UH dancers? And then we became kind of like cool because of that. So like our friends would like come to the UH games and like run down and be like, what's up, Tam? Like, so then all my homies would just like come and say hi, and then I felt like, oh, okay, like kind of like helps me a bit, like I can make friends easier because of it, and it was tight.
Yeah.
So it was really cool.
Okay. Yeah. I do remember like bits and pieces, because I mean I didn't go to the football games, but I remember like people just talking like, oh man, T and Tam are like killing it. It's hard to keep up with them, and these are like girls in like college.
No, I mean, it felt like the same for us though, because like all the people on the team, like when we first joined, again, we're all mostly members of 24/7. Like it was like Christy, Janelle, Ashley, you know, like even Sasha, like they were all super, super dope. Like, and I don't really know the team. As I got older, like obviously we stopped going and stuff, but I'm pretty sure they all still train at 24/7. I don't really know, but that's why it was always cool, because like they were like big sisters to us out on the field, and then we would go to the studio, and then they would be there too. So I'd be like, oh, that's cool. Like we have a stronger connection than a lot of the kids did because of it, and that was really cool.
Okay, wait, sorry. My grandpa's sitting outside, and he got to get up. Hold on, I'm gonna help him out real quick.
Aww. Hi, Gramps. I keep forgetting how young you guys were. Yeah, me too, apparently. I didn't know we were that little.
Yeah, you guys were like, well, I think you guys were like little, but then you were like older than you looked. Like older than you looked. So everyone thought you guys were like super young, and then all of a sudden, I just remember like coming home or seeing you guys, and I was like,
what the heck?
Like what? How, when did you get incurred?
That's literally how it happened too.
Loud. Like put it back.
Like literally, that's how it happened. We didn't hit puberty till like junior year of high school, so it was like kids, woman. We were both like, oh, what the heck? Like everything was different. Yeah,
I remember telling your mom, I was like, no, your girls need to put that away. They need to stop.
Oh my gosh, I remember again for another Miss Hawaii, like this is so funny, this is kind of embarrassing, but whatever. Marcelo like had us in these like, you know, the Miss Hawaii sparkly bra, like that's like the thing, you know, and it was like this like green ivy type of outfit and with like this bra, and I remember like I put it on, and it was like the first time I was like, you know, growing, and so I was like standing here like this, and because I like nobody's ever seen them at that point, like you know, and so I was like standing there like this, and Marcel was like, you have to wear that on stage, you have to be comfortable, and so I like moved my hands down, and I just remember everybody's reaction was like, what the fuck? Like, everybody was like, when did that happen? Like, because I would hide them, because I was like, it just like out of nowhere I had boobs. And so everybody was just like, and that was so weird to grow up with too, because like all these people were like my older siblings, and then I did that, and people were like, oh my gosh, cover yourself up, like what are you doing, you know?
Yeah.
And
oh my gosh,
that's where the phrase getting all that came from, because that was the joke. I think it was Lake that started. He was like, oh, getting all that, and everybody was like laughing at it, and I was like, no. Oh my look at me.
This is not a laughing moment.
Yeah, but they just thought it was so funny.
That's amazing. See, those stories, those are great. Cause like, ain't nobody like, if you weren't there, you wouldn't remember. But like,
Yeah,
that's what I love. That's what I love about this. Um,
so funny.
okay, so was the defining or moment, or was there a defining moment for you that you're like, well, this is what I want to do. This is what I'm gonna go for. Like,
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, I had already wanted to, like, I was always fighting gymnastics and dance for, like, a long, long time. And we tried out for ABDC, and we didn't make it. And that was my junior year. And then senior year, we tried out again. And, like, we had already not made it once. So I was like, oh, I don't really know. And I had made it in, so I did my whole gymnastics, my senior year, my whole high school career. And I did nationals. I did great. And I got 3 offers to go to college. And one I took, I had a full ride scholarship. It was supposed to go to Sac State. I went, I saw the gym, met my teammates, everything. I was like, gonna go. Didn't really want to go, but I was gonna go. And then I got the call, and they were like, hey, like, you made it on. You're gonna be on America's Best Dance Crew, season 7. And I was like, sorry, college, see you later. And I was like, this is it. I was like, I knew it. There had to be something that was going to push me to be a dancer, because I was so built to do gymnastics my whole life that moment was like, oh, like, yes, this is a sign. I'm going to dance. And so I did the show. It ended up doing, it honestly helped me so much in my career to kind of help jumpstart that. I met a lot of great people and a lot of good crew people throughout that. And then that kind of was like the moment where I was like, okay, I choose dance. And then after that, they were like, oh, you can come back next year for college. I was like, nah, I'm going to dance now. You know?
yeah.
And I'm so happy. I know, like, I always say, like, really go with your heart on it. Like, school's not for everybody, but maybe it is. But for me, I was just so happy that I made the decision to do it, because it changed my life. Like, I know that I'm 10 times, if not 100 times more happier than I would have been before.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. First, I would like to shout out hits.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that gym alone has produced, like, national level gymnasts.
Yeah. So my dad is crazy.
Yeah. If you come from that, to me, if you come from that gym, you are like, you're on a whole nother level already. Like,
yeah, he's trained some amazing gymnasts. And that's why, honestly, the reason I have my dance career now is because of my gymnastics career.
right.
You know, because there's so many female dancers, you know, especially in LA.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of put myself in a box with my own look, so I make it harder for myself. However, because of my gymnastics, I'm able to then pick up breaking and parkour and things like that. Because of that, like, all the skills that I have and all the bravery that I have and discipline that I have because of gymnastics literally helped me. I wouldn't have a dance career without my dad and gymnastics, for sure.
So, yeah.
He's so tight. I mean, he also trained, like, Alicia. Look at her, superstar.
Trained a lot. He's trained a lot of people. Yeah.
Mm.
Your dad will take class at the gym when it was connected with 24/7, and
Yeah.
Dad would scare me.
Yeah, he scares everybody.
Yelling at me, and I'm sorry.
Yeah, man, he would just yell at people, dude.
Yeah, he'd be like, "Hey!" And I'm like, "I'm sorry."
You're like, what do I do? You're like, sorry, boss, Uncle Coach.
I'm sorry. That was okay. How was your going back a little bit? How was your experience on America's Best Dance Crew? Like, both times.
Okay, first time, amazing. Like, I mean, both times amazing, but the first time, sorry, there's an ambulance. Okay, so the first time was like my dream, right? I was like, oh my gosh, like I've watched this show since first season. Jabberwocky's like I watched all the seasons. So I get there. As soon as I step on stage, I started crying. Like I was like, oh my gosh, like this is so dramatic. But also I was just like, yes, like dance. Oh, I'm into it. So cool. And like that season was really dope because Fanny Pack was on it, and they were like, they're my favorite dance group probably to this day. So good, so ahead of their time, and they came back for that season, and I was like, what? Like already super sick. On top of that, Most Wanted crew was on it, and they are like, especially at that time, they were the biggest choreographers in the community at the time. Like Bam, Lando, Brian, Ian, like JP, Ricky, like all of them. I was like, what the heck? Like I just get to be here with these guys. Like I'm in the same ranking as these guys. Like how? You know, like how did I get here? And I feel like I was like the worst person on my crew. I was just like the tricker that they would like learn choreography like that, and I would be like, oh, like everybody was so good. And somehow I got on the show. I don't know how, but I met so many dope people, and I met some of my best friends, which were Step Boys on that season. They're these funny guys from Sacramento, and now they're my best friends. Like they live here too, and I've been friends with them since. And through that, I also met D-Trix, who was a judge at that time. And actually, I've met him before that, but that was when we really got to know each other more. And then he really helped me kind of in the beginning. As I moved up, he was like, hey, like I'll help you out with whatever you need, like. And so that was super important for me because we became really, really close friends. And so I've worked with him a bunch since I moved. And like even now, like even once in a while, like now I will go and like work with him, and I'm actually supposed to go next week to hang out with him. Like, but because without that first season, like that wouldn't have happened, and I wouldn't have met a lot of people that have really changed my life. Also, the World Dance tour after that, like I got that because of ABDC too. Now, the second season was super, super cool because it had already been like, what, 3 years, I think, or 2 years since season 7 because they stopped it.
Yeah.
And so we were like, that's never going to come back. And then it did. I got a call from Philip, and he was like, hey, do you want to be on I&Me? I was like, what? Like, yes, duh. Like, because I was a super fan of them too, because what a unique crew. Like nobody was doing anything that I&Me was doing. You know, like Philip and Yaya and Moon, like they were just all so unique dancers, and like all of them, Emilia, like to be a part of a crew that was so well-rounded and so different than any other crew I've ever seen. I was like, yup, count me in, like hell yeah. And I did that because I was just training at a place called Jam, and Emilio would train there too. And he told the crew, like, hey, if we're gonna do this next season, we need Tam. And thank God for that, because I also met them through the crew, like, realm, you know? And so, yeah, they asked me, and I was like, yep. And then being on that season was super cool because I had already kind of met some of these people now living in LA. And through the crew world, because I was on ABDC, then when you're on the show, you kind of have this connection immediately with people on the show, even if they were on different seasons. They're like, oh yeah, you were on ABDC too. That's cool. And so through that, the last season, it was all the winners. So literally by that point, they were all my homies. Like, so that time it was way less stressful. Like the first time we were like, oh my God, like we can't go home. This time we were like, we'll just hang out. Like we would just go there and we would like hang out, party, like be like, we were just dancing with friends, and we had so much fun. Like being on I&Me is such a blessing. Like I can't believe they even asked me, like what? Working with them was just so cool. And Yaya at the time was doing So You Think You Can Dance, so I got to like see her do that too, and that was super dope. Just be like being on a crew with freaking Yaya. I'm like, what the heck? And Phil, like, what? Yeah, that one was really, really fun. And then again, I get closer to all these people, you know, all these different dance crews, and through that I got more work afterwards, or even just like if I did a job with somebody later, I'd be like, what's up, man? Because now it's, I don't know, we're just closer to all the different people on the crew.
Right. That's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's some people that have been, like some of my other friends that I talked to, and they said that was like probably the best experience, like being on America's Best Dance Crew is just meeting people, or like just being on the show with homies, and it's as stressful as it was, it still was.
Right. It's super stressful, but then it feels like a time warp because you don't leave that hotel for the whole time you're competing. So it feels like you're there for so much longer. So it's like you're only seeing these people every day. So you get close with these people like this, you know?
Right.
And then it's over. And then you're like, what happened? Like, now I don't get to see these guys, like, ever. Like, it was cool. So it was life-changing. It was so amazing.
I got like a really, really tiny sliver glimpse of that because when High 5-0, I went up to go visit, and I stayed with Mom and Pop's Eula, and they were at the hotel, and literally Josh was like walking around like, oh, this is my homie, and oh, this is so-and-so, hey, what's up, what's going on, oh, you're from, like, it was just like, wow, this is really, really cool. Like, I've never went to like college, or I did go to some school, but I've never stayed at a dorm, but that's why I felt like like I'm in a dorm, like
it totally feels like that.
Yeah, I'm getting my dorm life taste right here.
It really does feel like that.
Yeah, and you had people practicing here. You had people just chilling over here, and like it was definitely dope.
Yeah.
Okay, we got like 10 minutes. Okay, so how do you now with this whole lockdown thing? How have you been trying to stay motivated or train?
Okay. Well, in the beginning, it was super hard. Like, I went through, like, a 2-week period where I was like, what do I do? Like, I had to, like, I was calling people. Like, I called Hawk. I called Philip. I was like, guys, I don't feel creative. Like, what? Because I was just in the slump. Like, first of all, my sleep schedule was completely off. That was when I was, like, sleeping when the sun was up. And it was really hard. And I didn't know what to do. And then I visited Malia, who actually lives further out in like the desert area. But I got to go outside and because I live in not such a great area of Van Nuys, so I can't really go outside. And I was just kind of stuck in this kind of stale energy. So I got to go somewhere else. I went hiking. I was outside. It kind of changed my whole just like flow. Thank God for that, because then I got back. And then I was like, oh, like, what the heck? Like, what have I been doing? Like, I think I was just in that funk of not even being able to go outside. And that kind of messed me up mentally. But then I was like, I can do the same stuff, like, inside. What? So then now I'm like, now I work out every day. And, like, I try to take class. But I haven't been forcing myself too much to, like, create if it doesn't feel right. You know, because I don't want to push anything out that I'm not proud of. But what I have been doing is I've been drawing, which is nothing I've done before that, but it still gives me a creative outlet, you know, just something I like read sometimes. Like, it's just anything that I can do that keeps me doing something at this point is nice. And I've also been freestyling a little bit, and that kind of helps with dance and creating. And I'm just going with the flow, because at first it started kind of slow, and now it kind of goes like this. And I just go with it. I don't feel any stress to create or not create.
Shane, show us your drawings. Yeah, I want to see.
Oh, okay.
Oh, snap. Yay.
I mean, I do it on my iPad, so it's not like...
Oh, that's kind of dope.
You know. I also, okay, don't judge me. Okay, I don't really, I don't draw. I just kind of taught myself in this...
Oh, what do you mean you don't draw? That's like super good. That's super good. That's way better than what I can do.
No.
That's dope.
Yeah, I just do like some weird stuff. I don't know. I'll just like start drawing, and that kind of gets my creative energies flowing. And even sometimes after doing that, I paused.
Oh, that's okay.
Okay, there. I clicked something. But yeah, now I'm actually dancing a lot more than I was before. So again, I'm just gonna go with that wave. Maybe I'm gonna start making more pieces and doing stuff like that. Who knows?
That's dope. I've been learning how to draw, or trying to teach myself.
Yeah.
But in the graffiti world, because I was around like Jay when they started getting to Jay and Josh.
Yeah. And they're so dope.
They're so dope. I'm trying to get them to teach me, but they're like, just YouTube it.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
Yeah. Well, for me,
But yeah.
I mean, the iPad helped a lot because like if you try to tell me to do that on paper, I wouldn't be able to. There's a lot of tools in there to help and like that like smooth out your line, and like you don't have to erase. You can just be, oh, that was bad, undo, so it's a lot easier.
It's okay. It's
Cheat
still
codes.
dope.
Thanks.
It's hella dope. Okay, so what's one piece of advice that you would have for someone that's either thinking about starting dancing, or maybe that's dancing and thinking about becoming a professional?
Yeah, okay, so starting dancing, hell yeah, do it, because dance, honestly, especially in the beginning, it's so much fun. Like, you start to, you can just explore your body, and I think that's something that everybody should do, and then through that, you get to explore different types of music. Like, there's music that I would have never had found without dance, and I think that's a really cool thing. So I think starting dancing, yeah, do it. Especially now, like, people are becoming way less judgmental, especially on social media. Like, do your thing, like, post about it. Like, people will always support you, and I think that's a cool thing. With TikTok nowadays, you don't have to be a professional dancer. If it's just something that you want to do for fun, go for it, Yeah. I support it. Get your exercise in. Then for people wanting to pursue it as a professional career, I say it's a lot harder than you think, And I'm not trying to discourage you, but you do have to prepare to work your butt off. If you're going to come to LA, you have to come to LA. You have to take some classes. You have to get people to know you. You have to be around, because people forget if they don't see you. And that's really what it is. You have to be in people's faces. You have to be known. You have to make content, or like at least whatever way that you're trying to go, you have to work your butt off at it, especially in the beginning. And as you do, it gets easier and easier because you get to know more people and then stuff like that. Like, for instance, like the first thing I did, I moved up to LA and I hit up World of Dance, and I was dancing on tour with them with Flavas. But now I'm not with Flavas, and I was by myself, and I was like, hey, let me headline, and they were like, I don't know if it's going to get the same response because it's just you. And I'm like, true. All right, let me prove it to you. I said, I'm going to catch a bus, because the next one was in the Bay. I said, I'm going to catch a bus, because I had no money at the time. I'm going to catch a bus to there, and I'm going to perform for free. Right? And I was like, I'm going to perform for free. So doing that, I met all the people that were on there. And I said, I was a little cocky. I was like, I'm going to perform for free. And the next time, you're going to hire me. And they're like, okay, whatever. I went, I performed. I did interviews for free. Like, I was like, here, give me I'll host the online show. So I did the online World Dance. I was hosting live, too, for, like, the second half of the show. And I, like, did it all. Like, I was just trying to, like, prove that I was, like, da-da-da. And then I did a solo. And then the next time, they were like, hey, you want to come to Texas? And I was like, yeah, you trying to pay me my rate? And they're like, yup. I was like, sick. But, like, stuff like that where you have to, like, just kind of push yourself out there and just kind of demand that you are going to make it. Like, especially in my own mind, I was like, I have to do this. Like, same thing, like, when I first moved out, like, even without WAD, I was like, okay, girl, I need to pay your rent. So I went to, like, that Robin Thicke audition, and I was like, I have to get this. Like, I have no choice but to book this job right now. And I did. Thank God. Thanks, Jesus. But stuff like that, where I was like, I have to go do this, and I have to go see these people, like, doing a bunch of jobs for free at first, like, stuff like that, just helped me. So you just have to be willing to work your booty off, because it's hard, but it's so much fun.
That is truth. And I think that's amazing. Like, you were like, nah, you know what? I'm gonna catch the bus. I'm gonna do it for free. You're gonna want me.
That I had to do it like that. I had to believe in myself just a little bit, but it
no,
worked out. Thank God. But
yeah, no, that worked out, and I think that's just shows that, like, for one, how dope you really are, but like, yeah, sometimes you just gotta have that mentality, like,
yeah,
because yeah, uh, I remember like Laurel and some other people like just doing free gigs on top of free gigs and free gigs and like
yeah, so many free gigs. Even now,
even now, like
like if I want to work with a certain choreographer or do a certain thing, I'll be like, you know what, just do it. You know, like sometimes it's like I gotta get in with this certain person, like I gotta do it. You know.
yeah, yeah, and that's so dope. That just shows like your work ethic and just like yeah, you sometimes you, especially in LA, I feel like you just gotta believe in yourself because
Yeah, you
like
have to.
yeah, you gotta know yourself. Like you just gotta, yeah, that's so dope. That's freaking amazing. Um, let's see, 2 minutes. All right. So, where can people follow you?
You can follow me on Instagram, Tam_Rapp247. You can follow me on Twitter. I think it's just Tam_Rapp. You can follow me on TikTok. I think it's the very same as this one, Tam_Rapp247. And that's really it. I don't really post on YouTube anymore. But yeah. I mean, obviously TikTok is a new frontier. I used to, as did most. You know, you're like, oh, whatever. It's just this new app. But honestly, it's a really cool app. So if you're not on it, get on it.
I'm not on it yet.
Brent, let's go.
I feel like I'm the old man, and I'm like, yo.
No. There's like dance dads on that. You know, like, oh yeah, I forget you're a dad. But like, there's like full on like old people, like 70s, like, you know, like making dance videos. Like, hell yeah.
I'm a year ahead of that. Sweet.
Shut the heck
up. You're also teaching this week, aren't you?
Yes. Oh yeah, I'm actually teaching twice this week. I'm teaching on Friday for 24/7, and then I'm teaching on Sunday, I think. Nope, Sunday, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday. I don't know. I had to check. But I'm going to be teaching for Dominican team. I think actually Goose have already done it LVDP on Instagram. Yeah. So
Dope.
be on the lookout for that. I'm teaching twice this week. So
Yeah. Shane says he's there.
Thanks, Shane. Do it.
Okay. Thank you so much, Tam, for doing this. Like, for real. I think it's been a minute since I've had a conversation with you.
I know. It's been so long.
Yeah, it's been so long, but it's okay. I'm glad I got to spend some time with you. So thank you. Thank you for sharing your journey and knowledge. I'm pretty sure we're going to do this again because it's like hella fun. And there's way more stories that like...
Oh my God, I can talk forever. I'm so sorry.
No, it's good. But thank you to everybody that tuned in. Follow us on Instagram at Sickled Podcast. If you want to rewatch some of these interviews, check out our YouTube. And but yeah, thank you again, Tam. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Brian.
All right, and everybody remember, point your toes.
I love that. Oh my God, at me.
At me.
All right, bye.
All right, bye. Thank you.